we're going to do this. Well, I guess it's just me, you, and the crickets this morning. So, what's on my agenda for today? So last night, I found a small coolant leak. This O-ring inside this seal, or inside this side of the fitting, is leaking. It's kind of a common thing. I think I mentioned we had to replace the same thing on the 69 F100 that was Coyote swapped. I made a mental note to always swap this piece out whenever we're redoing an engine for one of these projects for a Coyote. You know, totally didn't remember with all the chaos that's going on right now, but I got to swap that out. We're going to run our transmission cooler lines. I'm going to put the truck up and do that. Noah is going to drill and weld in some O2 sensor bungs because we forgot to have, or Russell forgot to put some in because we didn't have those there when he did the exhaust on it. We're going to get these rear lights wired. That should be fairly simple, easy. Noah is bringing the speaker wire so I can get that last speaker wire run in here. And then we can clearance the box here so I can fully mount the box. So behind here will be 100% done. And then the seat brackets will also be coming so we can bolt the seat in. We have brackets on there and they work, but the seat sits a little higher than we like, so we have modified brackets made that sinks the seat down 2 inches. Once that's done, then I can start buttoning up all this. Literally, I can't put the dash together yet because I'm waiting for that other speaker wire for the other dash speaker. So I don't want to throw all this together, and I still have to get behind there to work. So other than that, we are also still just waiting on the ECM to get here. He overnighted that, so that should be here today. I think it's getting shipped to his house because they wouldn't ship to this address for some reason. So, excuse me, coffee time. So he's going to bring that in, and we're going to do that probably Monday. So I'll be here Monday and maybe Tuesday too. This is literally going to be at the shop, getting the alignment, do a couple quick test drives in it, see if we can work out any bugs that may or may not show themselves, and then it's on the truck. Well, hey, how you doing? Then it's on a truck going to Barrett Jackson, and hopefully selling for a whole big ton of money. So let me strip off the engine cover, the air intake, get these hoses and stuff out of the way, drain the coolant system back down, and get that piece replaced. All right, so just as I suspected, I'm going to see if I can get this in front of the light so you guys can see. It's probably hard to see in there, but that O-ring is completely flattened. There is nothing left to that thing for sealing surfaces as compared to this one, which you can plainly see the O-ring sticking out of the groove. The other one was flattened into the groove. So I'm going to get this hunk of junk back on there and then put this back together and wipe everything down and then get moving on to my next thing. Okay, all back together, well, with the exception of the top, because I didn't want to put that on because I just checked my fuel system too. We'll get to that in a second. So everything's back on. I wanted to show you guys. So this is the one that came out of it. We had another used one he had here and a brand new one. Here we go. Let me see if I can get, is your part number. Beautiful, look at that. I don't have to put it on the screen like I usually do. But that is your part number. I'll probably still put it on the screen because this sucks to try to read. But these are super common. They're on 11, I believe 11 through 18 5.0 Coyotes. But, so like I said, that's the one that came off of it. Put a brand new one in it. And the reason I did that is, you look at this used one. Can you tell where that O-ring is? Just barely, because it looks like it's just straight plastic, because that O-ring is also completely squared off and compressed in there. These things suck. I hate them. I hate them. There's no reason to be putting them on anything domestic. Leave them to the BMWs because they love to use those things. And you know what they also love to do? Leak all over the effing place. So, like I mentioned to you, I was checking the fuel system. If I can get my big fat ass in here. Let me turn this on. So as you can see, it's reading. He put 5 gallons in it. This is a rather big tank, so it's, let's say from that's 5. So it's probably a 30-gallon, somewhere around there. But as you can hear, hopefully you can hear, the fuel pump is running. It is in-tank regulated, but I wanted to get that on there to fill my lines and make sure I had no leaks. And lo and behold, because I did all the fittings, there are 0 leaks in this fuel system. So that's good. Let me turn that off now. So now I'm going to put it in the air, and I'm going to plumb the transmission cooler. All right, what I'm also going to do before I put it in the air is tape in a check mark on the oil, the radiator, power steering. That indicates those systems have fluids in them. Need to be topped off, as you know, we warm it up and whatnot, but there's oil in it now, so somebody doesn't come along and put 8 more quarts of oil on top of what I got there. That's just a helpful tip when you've got multiple guys working on a project and all of them are not always here at the same time. It just, saves that. This engine takes 8 quarts. If you threw 16 quarts in it, it's going to be a bad day, and you're going to be burning it out of the exhaust, if not hydrolocking the motor with oil altogether. So just put a little check mark on that one for you guys to do in your shop. All right, truck is in the air. I was about to start laying the fuel lines down the frame rail, how I want to do them. Oh, sorry, tranny lines. And then I looked down, and I need to clean. You guys have seen my bay at Ferrari. It's usually spotless, and this is killing me right now. So I got to stop, sweep, and do some shit, and then I'll get to that. Knockdown drag out again. Oh my God, this whole timeline's killing me. Got our wiring run all cleaned up underneath and done. Everything underneath has been loomed, tied to the frame, clamped. Transmission lines, cooler lines, same stuff, all good. Everything's 100%. But I want to show you guys something. Ooh, if I can get in here. Here we go. I just want to show you something real quick. We're gonna hit the unlock, and we're going to do this. All right, so it's a little extra loud right now because we are missing 2 block-off caps for the O2 sensor ports we're not using. Noah's on his way to pick those up right now, but oh my God, it runs. We got our new ECM in for Power by the Hour. Shout out to those guys for overnighting that thing to us. But no fluid leaks anywhere now after I fixed that one coolant one this morning, so amazing. That is a massive weight lifted off of me, and at the same time, there's still a ton of weight because these brake lines are going to be a bitch to get done. But other than that, Noah, when he gets back, is going to drill to mount our I almost said brake pedal, gas pedal. Once that's mounted, we can put all this crap back up there. So right now, I'm actually going to run my last speaker wire so we can get this stuff done. Then I'm going to put it in the air, and I'm going to start running my brake lines front to rear. We took a smack to the face with those because, so everything that was ordered, the boss man didn't take into account that, 1, we're running a custom 4-link in the rear. 2, we're running a completely custom front clip. Like, not even the stock cross member is there. So he had gotten us a whole really nice pre-bent with stone guard, stainless steel, the whole 9 yards, super nice brake line kit. I think the only part of that that's going to fit is what goes under the frame rail on this side, the front to back run, because None of the other stuff is going to fit, so I'm going to have to make all the brake lines. Not a problem, except for the timeline we're on. Noah also just ran to our friendly speed shop that our buddy Milton owns, and he is picking up everything we need to make our steering shaft. So the steering shaft, again, once again, because we have a completely custom QA1 front clip and it's rack and pinion, no longer factory steering on the frame, we need to come down, universal jointed off to the side, Heim joint to hold that in place, because then we have to universal joint as well down to the rack itself. It took us about a solid 45 minutes to figure out a plan and holding everything under there to visualize what we need to do, but we got to figure it out. He's kicking ass on this thing too, and he's a painter. He can do fabrication, he can do building and install and stuff, but he does it leisurely, extremely leisurely on his own stuff. Main thing is he's who makes the absolute kick-ass paint jobs on these vehicles that we bring to Barrett. So he's doing great on that. I am, like I said, I'm going to now get underneath and start running some brake lines. Now that I have a chance to finally, this is running, this is awesome. Still have to wire up my fan system, which I'm going to bring all those relays home with me and bench build that whole harness so I can bring it back, and all I need to hook in is my power out, power in, power out, trigger, and a couple grounds, so I can just slap all that back in it and go to town on it. As you can tell, I got some steam back because the thing started, and even with those open O2 sensor ports, it sounds awesome. So let me get some more work done on this, and then I'll get back to you probably the end of the day. I think it's 3 o'clock or something right now. So my next update will probably be at the end of the day when I'm cleaning up. And then we'll see. I have a niece's birthday party tomorrow, so I may or may not be here. I'm trying not to be, but if I have something I think I can come in super early and finish up, like the rear lights, I might do that. But I digress. Let me get back to work before I waste too much time rambling. Well, hopefully this doesn't get copyright flagged because it's free use music from YouTube. But we are done behind here. All the speakers are in. I can start cleaning up all my wiring and getting that stuff in. Oh, that was a steering shaft that fell over there. We worked our plan out for the steering shaft, I think I said. You heard it run, but it ran with the 2 open O2 sensor holes. Those are plugged. Give me a second, you can hear it. I'm just happy. This thing sounds amazing. It's awesome. Seat can go back in now, and we can button up all the interior, put our door pin switches in. But let's look at the engine bay here. Besides looming this, all the lights in the front are done. You saw that yesterday. We have all the lights in the back ran, but not yet hooked up. I'm going to come in tomorrow and do that. Everything is looking good. So let me turn the radio down, and we'll start this bad boy. I gotta turn that stupid beep down because that's annoying. So give me 2 seconds. I have to grab my brake enable for this push button start, so you don't start it without your foot on the brake. And plug this thing into my makeshift brake switch. So we finally got the gas pedal mounted, so now I can mount my brake pedal and set my height. All right. Yeah, everything should be good. Lights are on. Here we go. Got that awesome Coyote sound. So sounds great. Oil pressure is unbelievable. 80 pounds cold right now. Water temp is finally coming up after the few times we've started it. Oh, there we go. There's our idle. I think I have it set for 600 or 650. But everything seems to be good. I mean, it's quiet as can be here. Beautiful. No leaks anywhere that I've found so far. We've been over it with a fine-tooth comb. So, you know I promise a lot that, hey, it's going to be running this video, but hey, it's running this video. Oh, I'm so happy. Now we have brake lines to do, get the interior buttoned up, get it to Ferrari to get the alignment done, and we're good to go. These Coyotes have such a weird sound. All right, that's it for me. I'm going home. Like I told you, I've got a birthday party to go to tomorrow, but I'm going to come in here before that and get those rear lights wired up. And I'll give you a quick short of that after that's done. But for now, I'm signing off because I'm beat. I will talk to you guys later. I don't know if you guys just heard that stalling out at the end. That's because I forgot to plug my fuel pump back in. So we're going to plug that back in. There it is. Now it's running. So that thing was running on whatever pressure was in the lines. That ran for quite a long time like that. I was wondering why it was starting to make some noises. I'm going to shut it off. I'm going to start it back up again. That was... I got a little nervous there for a minute until I realized, yeah, I forgot I had the fuel pump unplugged while I was doing more wiring back here. This truck's going to sound nasty.